Hey everybody, this is Bob here at Wirefly, and let me first say don't get too close to your monitors today because I have a cold. So, cold or not, we have a great new toy here. This is the Motorola Xoom, the brand new tablet from Motorola, and it's on the Verizon network. So, I'm going to do an unboxing, and let's get at it. There are no stickers or anything on the box, so off it comes, and here we have the Motorola Xoom. Very big. I mean, there's my hand. I've got normal to big hands. Here is a credit card, which will absolutely be dwarfed by the Xoom. The screen is so big and it's so clear you can easily see my camera in the reflection there. So you can see how big this thing is. This is a 10.1 inch diagonal screen, which is bigger than the iPad. I think the iPad is a 9.7 inch screen. Now we have a front-facing camera, there's a notification LED, a volume control rocker here on the side, some ports on the bottom. I'll talk about those more in just a moment. So let's set it down and see what else we have in the box. We have manuals, lots of manuals. Underneath the manuals is a USB cable. We also have one of the heavy chargers that comes with pads. The batteries and the current draw in pads such as the Motorola Xoom are too large to use the small chargers that come with cell phones. So here we have a charger with a flip-out plug and a very tiny connector for the power side. Okay, let's set that aside here and put this here. Okay, here's everything that was in the box. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the plastic off and we'll get a better look at what's underneath. Got to get my fingernail under this little pull tab. Very pretty, the all black look of the Motorola Xoom, and you can just see my camera now. It's so clearly reflected in this. Lots of plastic on the back here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that off. If I can. There we go. Real sticky. Okay, one more piece of plastic and then we're done. I mentioned it has a front-facing camera. There's also a rear camera with a dual LED flash. This rear camera is a 5 megapixel still image camera, and it can also do HD video, 720p HD video. There's a speaker here. Looks like the on-off switch and locking switch is there. Looks like there's another speaker here for stereo sound. There's no kickstand on the back, and the back is not obviously removable, although it might be somewhat easier to remove than some other pads that I've seen. We'll take a tour around the edge. Here is where the SIM card goes. It ships with a little dummy plastic SIM card, as you can see, but the SIM card is for Verizon's 4G service, which is known as LTE. So if you opt for Verizon's 4G service, you will get a SIM card that goes in this tray so that you can activate the LTE service. Otherwise, the Motorola Xoom is a 3G compatible, capable tablet with Verizon's 3G service. So let's take a tour around the perimeter. Here you have a standard 3.5 millimeter audio jack. No features on this side. The other side has an up-down switch for the volume. This is the playback volume for any sound that you're playing, any music or videos. That's the up-down volume there. Again, speakers are on the back. And on the bottom, there's a mini USB port. Now you can use a standard cell phone mini USB charger to give the Xoom a trickle charge, but it can't be actually operated from this micro USB connector here. Can't be actually operated from a cell phone power supply. Now this is a micro HDMI connector. Once again, micro HDMI, so that you can connect this to a large screen TV through its HDMI connector. Here, these two contacts are for a serial port for when you drop the Xoom into a docking station. So there is an optional docking station for the Motorola Xoom. There's also an optional keyboard that you can get for it as well. And the docking station makes contact through these two contacts here. Next to that is the power supply port. That's where you would plug in this tiny power supply connector right there like that. Now it's got built-in batteries. Let's go ahead and see if I can turn it on and get it fired up. I'm holding the battery button down. There we go. Okay, dual core technology. This is the first cellular product I've held in my hands that has a dual core processor. The Motorola Xoom has a 1 gigahertz dual core processor. It also comes with Android 3.0, otherwise known as Honeycomb. The aspect ratio of this screen is 16 units by 10 units, so it's a 16 by 10 aspect ratio screen, which maybe work out a little better to show movies than some other more squarish pads, i.e. the iPad. So how does this compare to the iPad? It's a bigger screen. I believe the iPad is 9.7. It's about the same thickness, and it's roughly the same weight as an iPad. I mentioned that it has the SIM card for Verizon's LTE service. Now you don't have to apparently get the 4G LTE service. You can just activate it on 3G service. And here you go. We can go ahead and start. I do not have this activated, but I will put it on the internal Wi-Fi so that we can do some video with it a little later today. One of my big lights here in our basement studio is really reflecting off this one edge of the Motorola Xoom here. So, okay, this is Bob here at Wirefly. That's an unboxing video of the new Motorola Xoom tablet. Thanks for watching.